from We Craft at Home, and I am so excited. I managed to get one of the Pinflair Snowman. I don't know if any of you saw that online, but oh my goodness, I love it. It is huge. I mean, I don't know exactly how tall it stands. Does it say anywhere? No, but it is massive. You'll see when I finished it. It is brilliant, and it is such a good idea for hiding toys and whatever you want. I mean, you could put loads of sweets in there. You could fill it up with presents for one particular child or adult. You know, for girls, you could put loads of little bath bits and perfume and makeup and whatever. And for us crafters, oh, you could fill it. I'd love one filled with Pinflair stuff, because I spend so much there. But can you imagine all your favourite bits all filled inside this? It's amazing. So anyway, I'm going to build it on camera so that you can actually see how to do it properly. And as always, we've got instructions with pictures, and I am going to try and do it with you. So always, like I said, first things first, make sure that you have all your pieces. So I've got all mine here, and I know this is the nose because I've already been through it. So I've got the 3 triangles for the nose. All these bits are for the arms, and that shows you here how to put it on the material so that you get the most out of the material. And then I will do every bit as I go along. So the first bit is the main body and head. Now, if I show you these, you can see there are 2 very different sizes. So the big bit is for the body at the bottom, and the small bit is for the head. They look the same size that way round, but they're really not the same size, okay? They're a tiny bit smaller. So the first thing to do is, for every single one, you are going, there's thin pieces and thick pieces, as always with these kits. So you want the thick pieces, and you're going to face them together like this and put them on the wadding first. Now the wadding, you don't really have to stick over, I don't think, although she has on the picture, so maybe I'll shut up. Take 2 of the larger and glue to the wadding, and trim round the card, discarding excess wadding. Place the card with the wadding on top of the white fabric. Okay, that's for the head and the body. So all the bits like this have to be stuck to the wadding first. So there's your wadding. So that's the first thing you've got to do. So let's go do it. Okay, so I've got all my thick pieces. I've got my wadding lined out. I'll just move that out the way. These are my bigger thick pieces I've got at the minute. And as always, I have the tubs of bookbinding glue, and I happen to have the 3 size spatulas that she sells that are really amazing for this. I can't be without them now. So all we're going to do is stick them on, and then we'll cut round them. So first things first, remember, not too much glue. Christine says, or Princess Pinflair as you know her, says it should be clear and not white. So we're just going to stick it all down first as it says. I'll show you on the instructions. It gives you the pictures so you can see. We're sticking 4 bits like that, and then 4 bits again with the smaller bits for the head. Okay, so you go ahead and do all that, and I'll go and do mine, and I'll come back, and then we're going to trim them all out. Okay, so I've done what it tells you to do. So it says put the wadding on and then put the material on, and we're going to stick it all down. So we'll do that first. So when I'm sticking the backs down, I always use the little one, because you only need, oh no, I go on about it a lot, but you don't need too much glue. And all you're going to do is go round and you're just going to stick it all down. Do you know, I forgot one little bit that I've done to all the rest of them, and it works better, is to cut just a little triangle where each side goes on, because it just sticks better. Otherwise you get a bit of a lump, and you don't really want that. But it sticks on better when you do that. See? Like that. For some reason that's gone a bit dry, so I'll just add a bit more. So you can see it all sticks on. It's the same really for all the kits, all the cartonnage kits. If you're using material, it's the same on almost every one. So you get the thick piece, then you get the thin piece. You cover them both with material, and then we're going to stick them together. It makes them extra strong and tidies up any finishing. So instead of showing off where you've stuck it together, you're going to be hiding that by sticking 2 pieces together. Like that. So you're going to do that for all the pieces, the 4 smaller bits, which is this, and then the with the wadding, the 4 bigger bits with the wadding, and then you're going to have loads of bits. I've already covered them with the thinner card, and again it's 4 smaller bits and 4 little bits. And then we're going to take the bigger spatula, and all we're going to do is glue them together. Now what I should have done was glue the thinner bit, because that's slightly smaller. I mean, it's not going to matter too much, but there we go. And you just stick one over the other, and then that way, I'll show you with a dry bit because I've done them all. That way there is no sign of you putting it together. If you get trouble with the corners, say like this one, if you just dab a little bit of glue like that and fold it over. Should do it before you put it together. Then the corner is sorted. It's that easy. Okay, and then what we do is wait for that all to dry. I might have cut that one too close. Right, so we wait for all that to dry. All the other ones are dry, so what I'll do is I'll put the big one together to show you how to put it together. So there's my 4 big bits. Now it says the next step is to stick it together and have some tape to hold it if you want to. So I'm going to move this. That was there because I kept getting glue all over the mat. So what we're going to do now is stick them together. You want the padding on the outside, and we're going to stick the bottom pieces together first. Now she seems to think use tape as well. What have I got? I've only got purple tape, so I'm going to use that. Hope it sticks. So first things first, what you're going to do is just run along the side like that. Again, don't go crazy with the glue. This glue works better the less you use. So we're sticking them sides together. What we're doing is bringing it, because it comes out from the bottom and then comes in at the top. So it of course is going to be fiddly because it's an awkward shape. Just standing it against the camera stand for a second while I get the next bit ready. Make sure that you put in the padding along the outside. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that was a bit of a fuss, but I did manage to do it. Okay, my biggest advice to you is let the bottom dry before you do the top. And also, I'm going to use the glue it because it's a lot easier to just run it up and down like that. And I'm going to do all 4 sides at once for this bit. While this was drying, I practiced on the little one to see what would work better, and I don't know why I didn't think of it at first. But I'm just gonna, if you hold it just for a little while so that it takes, just gonna move it all into the right place. And can you see on my wrist, I've got an elastic band. So I'm just going to let it take enough, and then I'm going to put an elastic band around it. That worked so much better. I wish I'd done that around the bottom as well. I've only got little hands, so it's quite hard for me to hold it and do the elastic band at the same time. So, right. So that elastic band is just going to hold it all together so that it really takes properly. And I'll just clear up the mess of all the glue that I've made. All I'm doing is just wiping it. You know, the bookbinding glue is so good for that. Just make sure it's all set right. Okay. So while I'm leaving that to dry, I'll show you. See, I've finished the bottom one and it's all stuck together now, and it's not the bottom one, that's the top one, which will eventually stick in there on top of it. So I'll leave it there while this is going to be big. So without the hat, it's already standing at 40 centimetres. So I've done the bottom platform as well. That will be the next bit we stick on, and then we're going to go to all the little extras. So this is for the hat and the nose, not the nose. The nose is the carrot. So there's big pom-poms for the buttons of the body and for the eyes, and the little pom-poms for the mouth, and then the holly and berries are for the hat. So the next bit we need is the brown, and on the instructions it actually shows you how to fit it on so that it all fits on. So that's very helpful. I'm going to have to move this somewhere else so that I've got room. So all we're doing here is getting the pieces and following what it says on the piece of paper. So it says arms thick. So there's too thick and too thin. And what it actually says is to do that and the hinge so that you can see the fold. There, can you see? Yeah, I'm just following what it's telling me to do. So the other hinge is this side with the thick one. Let's move you along a little bit. Thick one there. Right, I think following what it says, they've got to be a certain way round. So it says do this and glue them on as they are. I'm just following the picture. Let's see what the words say. What's picture 7? Using the brown fabric, glue the snowman arms and hinge pieces with the crease facing up. cut them out and glue, making sure to mark your corners, and take the hinge pieces, glue to the arms, then glue to the snowman body. Right, doesn't show any pictures of that, so then all I'm going to do is do what I've done here. I've mitered around all the corners, cut into that there because you need that slit there. I'm actually going to change to smaller scissors so that I can fit in a bit better. And I'm going to do that to all these and then just stick the material down, and then I'll be back and show you what the next step is. Okay, so I stuck the arms and then stuck them together. Make sure that, because there's a flat end and a kind of rounded end, and you want to make sure that you've got both parts. That's why they tell you to lay it out. So then you've got the hinges like that, and what you've got to do is stick it like that, and then to the snowman. There we go. I've stuck the snowman together. I've put it on the base at the bottom there, and then stuck them together. So now I can put, I'm going to look at the picture to see where they've put the, yeah, that's where I would have done it as well. So you're putting it on the bottom half, but the top part of the bottom half, if that makes sense. How has she done it? So she's got the flat end sticking out in the picture. I thought it'd be the other way around. So then you're just sticking it first to the arm, if you like, and then to the snowman with the little hinge bit. I think that's how it's done anyway, or is it the other way around? It doesn't actually say, does it? Does it go like that? No. I think, yeah. So stick it to the arm like that, and then stick this little bit like that. So let's do that quickly and see how it works. Just going to use the little one. I think this is how it's done. So now I'm just going to add glue to the like that. Oh, I've done it upside down. Okay, so it goes the other side. Because you want these bits sticking up. Okay, so then this one is going to go this side. Right, so that's his arms. The next thing we have to do is his hat. So that's the square box. One thing I'm going to say about this is just take your time and make sure everything is sticking and behaving before you move on. I mean, I think maybe that what's happened is I've got it the wrong way round. So for the box, it's these square bits here. So you're having like 4 sides and a bottom or a top, whatever. It'll be a top, but. And this is what this strip is for, so that you can give the sides extra by using that to glue it together. If I show you the picture, I'm still holding this side, sorry. So picture 9 is of the box. So you can see she's used gum paper just to make sure it all sticks together. And then we'll be covering it in the black material. And also the other 2 big squares, like what we done this with, you're going to also do the same but in black. So we'll put you to the side there, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to stick it together, and then we'll start covering it in the black. The nose is on there. You don't need a lot for this, so. And for that, we're going to stick it down like that. A bit closer together, maybe. There. Like that, and then we'll put it all together, and I will show you what you have to do. So I kind of got carried away and finished the hat off, but all it is 2 of the big square ones that you cover and then stick together, and then the box that I was showing you have to put together, and you cover that. You first cover the top and then go round in a band. It does tell you that, and then you can stick it upside down on top, and that will be the lid for the snowman. So now to decorate the hat, it tells you to do a strip excuse me, that is 10 centimetres wide and 44 centimetres long. Yes. And you want to glue a centimetre hem either side, just so that it's a nice straight edge. So let's just do that quickly. If I could give any of you a tiny bit of advice, I'm going to show you just so that you can see what happens when you do something crazy like that. So I walked away from the snowman once I had stuck it one on top of the other and put it on the bottom plate and the arms on. And I thought, oh, I'll be back in a minute. But then my grandchildren came round, I got carried away and totally forgot about coming back and doing the snowman. I mean, it's good, it got left to dry really nicely, but I left the lid off my glue. And now it is rock hard. So that is a real waste of glue, and I'm gutted. So don't ever do that. That would be a really silly thing to do. So now I need to tie this. I need to find where so for the wrapping around, you're going to have a bit of material that stops in the middle. So I'm going to do this the same way. I always start in the middle so that it's got a nice finish. It doesn't finish with an edge coming off. I don't like that, so try and go as easy as you can with the glue. I know on material it's a little bit harder, but you don't want to coat it too much in the so I've used this as part of the measurement because I know that I can cover it at the other end when I come back round. So there you can see where it's stuck onto the back. So, see if I can bring this round to show you where I've got so far. I've already done the nose, so I'll put my elastic band as always. So you do it like the picture says, there. So the picture puts it like that, and then all you're doing is wrapping it round and bringing it together on the seam. That's all I've done. And then obviously you're going to stick it straight on there. But first of all, so now we've got to do the glue on the holly and berries. So that's in your little pack. Holly, berries. I might use the tube for this rather than the bookbinding set. Just get this right. That's the back piece. I'll show you in a minute. It's massive, I tell you, this thing. Right, I'm going to look at the picture so I can see what the holly, how they've done it. Okay. So, done it like that. Okay, now let me see if I can show you what we've done so far. I'm going to see if I can come out a little bit, and then so you see where my hand is, this is how tall the snowman is. I wonder if I can lay it long ways so you can see it. There we go. How incredible is that? Okay, so now we need to do the scarf and stick the nose on. Where would the nose go? So I would put the join on the bottom, and it looks like it's meant to go there. So again, it's put in glue like this. So make sure this is on the bottom so you can't really see it. And it just goes there. That's where I think it would go anyway. So it's on, whoops, it's on the top where it bends back a little bit, just above that. That's where I've put it. And if I show you the picture, it also looks like where she's put it to. There we go. Excuse that, I forgot the hat is not attached and dropped it. Okay, so now the scarf, and what you're supposed to do here is attach it together like this all the way along. So whether you want to do it a different way, I'm just going to use the glue, but I'm going to use the tube again because it's easier to run the tube along. And then we've just got the buttons, the eyes and the mouth. So I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to take the hat off so it doesn't drop like I just did. If I lay it down like this, then I'm guessing you can see a bit better, so you can actually see me doing it. It's a bit hard when it's such a big thing to do. Would go there, and there's your finished snowman. Now the thing is, that's the basic finished snowman, and what I'm thinking, because I like to think of how I can go further, I don't know if any of you got like the Pinflair snow or ice, or the Snow It, or even just any glitter. You could just, even the glitter wand, and you could go to town. I think the Pinflair ice crystals would go lovely around the bottom. See, a bit of my mouth's fallen off, so I'm going to put him back down just so that they can all stick well, and I'll keep talking. So ice around the bottom, and maybe some glitter in, not all over, but bits and pieces around so he glistens, and just go to town and do whatever you like. But I love this, I have to say. I'm happy with it. It is hard work. The body is hard work getting it to stick together, I'm not going to lie. But the end result, it's just lovely, and you get such a big gap. See if I can get this right. There we go. Such a big gap inside that you can fit so much in. It's definitely worth the money if you ask me. Not that you are, but you know, to me, definitely. If you can go for it, because, and it's reusable, isn't it? Don't forget. So it's not just £30 spent. Well, that's what it cost me. £30 spent in one Christmas, and that's it, because you can put it away for next Christmas if you wanted to. If you're giving it as a present, well, they can reuse it. So I'm just putting a bit more glue on this arm, like I had to on that arm. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoy making yours, whatever it is you're making, and I hope the video helps it make a bit clearer for you. If you've got any questions, you can just ask at the bottom, or just yeah, on the comments below, or on Facebook. I'm always on Facebook, and I'll try and help as much as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.